Idimachi Ikechukwu. First, the headlines. President Tinubu orders crackdown after Plateau Kaduna attacks. NIDCOM condemns deportation of Nigerians from Mozambique. Malian army denies releasing jihadists to secure truce. And Iran hates Kuwaiti oil tanker off Dubai amid rising tensions. We'll bring you details shortly.
As the news drops, it breaks with us. Join us for news on the hour every hour. News desk at 12 noon, Metro News at 4 p.m. Enjoy infotainment, breaking and sports news at their best 24/7.
This is Ray Power FM News.
And now the news in detail. President Bola Tinubu has directed security agencies to intensify operations following deadly attacks in Plateau and Kaduna states, warning that those responsible will be decisively dealt with. The president condemns the violence in Angwan, Rukuba, Jos, and Kahir village in Kagarko local government area of Kaduna state, describing the killings and abduction of wedding guests as barbaric and unacceptable. In a statement issued by his special advisor on information and strategy, Bayo Ononuga, Tinubu said the attacks were calculated attempts to provoke reprisals and deepen instability. He warned that those who attack defenseless citizens under the cover of darkness are cowards whose actions will not go unpunished. The president also instructed security agencies to go after perpetrators and individuals spreading false information capable of escalating tensions, stressing that the violence must not be framed along religious lines. Meanwhile, the Christian Association of Nigeria (CAN) has called for urgent action following the deadly attack in Plateau State, urging authorities to arrest and prosecute those responsible. CAN President Daniel Oko described the incident as not just tragic but completely unacceptable, stressing that Nigerians are tired of mourning and want to see concrete action. In a statement, Oko insisted that those behind the killings must be swiftly brought to justice, warning that anything less would further erode public confidence in the protection of lives. While acknowledging efforts by the Plateau State government, the Christian body emphasized that temporary measures are not enough, insisting Nigerians deserve lasting security. Meanwhile, the National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, has received a second batch of 643 Nigerians stranded in Niger Republic. The repatriation follows a high-level collaboration between the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and the International Organization for Migration.
The returnees are received at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport by the Deputy Director of West African Affairs in the Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Magaji Umar. He pins the initiative on the government's Nigerians abroad as contained in President Tinubu's 4D foreign policy.
Federal government of Nigeria for its commitment to bring or return this Nigerian citizen in safety and dignity. This is also in line with the national migration policy and also in line with the 4Ds of doctrine, 4Ds of present administration.
In line with Nigeria's national migration policy, Umar also says the country is stepping up its partnerships with international agencies to ensure safe and orderly migration.
This operation is the outcome of sustained engagement between the tripartite bodies. When I say the tripartite bodies, I mean Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Nigerian Embassy in Niger, and IOM, International Organization for Migration.
But the nature of repatriation has also raised questions. To clarify these, NEMA's Kano head of operations, Nura Abdullahi, says the return of the migrants was strictly voluntary.
No, honestly, it's not a forced evacuation. It's a voluntary repatriation. So it's not at all. It is not a forced evacuation. Yeah, it is voluntary. You can see the Nigerian Red Cross are here with their medical team. We provided the mobile intensive care unit, and you can see yourself. We have been taking care of some of them that have some kind of illness. So that's the reason why all the various stakeholders are here with us.
Investigations suggest that many of the returnees had initially moved to Libya and Niger, spurred by the hope of receiving empowerment packages often provided by the IOM upon their return.
And the Nigerians in Diaspora Commission, NIDCOM, has confirmed that 40 out of 42 Nigerians arrested in Mozambique have been deported, describing the process as unlawful and inhumane. In a statement released today, the Commission's spokesperson, Abdurrahman Rahman Balogun, said the deportation violated the rights of those affected, stressing that proper legal procedures were not followed. The Commission stated that many of those deported were randomly arrested, detained, and expelled despite having valid documentation. Mozambican authorities, however, reportedly said the arrests were part of routine immigration enforcement operations in the capital, Maputo. Meanwhile, 2 Nigerians are still being held in Mozambique. NIDCOM revealed that one of them is married to a Mozambican citizen, while the other was born in the country. The Commission is now calling for a review of the situation, maintaining that the rights of Nigerians abroad must be protected at all times. The federal government says structured livestock management is essential to addressing long-standing farmer-herder conflicts and tackling food insecurity in the country. The Minister of Defense, General Christopher Musa, stated this at the 51st Annual Conference of the Nigerian Society of Animal Production in Kaduna.
The conference brought together stakeholders from the agriculture and security sectors to examine the link between livestock production and national security. The focus is to find lasting solutions to farmer-herder conflicts while strengthening food security across the country.
This setting reflects a growing national awareness that food security, livestock production, and national security are deeply interconnected.
The traditional methods of animal production, especially cattle herding, has generated intense debate in recent times.
In addressing farmers-herders conflict in Nigeria, we must detach our emotions, our sentiments based on ethnicity and religion.
Represented by the Commander Infantry Corps, Major General Godwin Mutkut, the Minister of Defense noted that food insecurity remains closely tied to insecurity, particularly in rural communities. He explained that the Nigerian Army Farms and Ranches Initiative provides a viable template for structured livestock management capable of reducing conflicts and improving productivity.
Strengthening animal production system is not only an economic imperative, but also a strategic necessity for peace and national cohesion.
Representing Kaduna State Governor Senator Obasani, the Commissioner for Internal Security and Home Affairs, Barrister Sule Shuaibu, said the state is investing in livestock infrastructure, grazing reserves, and veterinary services to boost economic growth and minimize conflicts.
Livestock production remains a vital component of Nigeria's agricultural sector. Kaduna State has taken deliberate steps to reposition the livestock sector as a driver of inclusive growth and sustainable development.
Participants say the conference is expected to generate practical recommendations on ranching, controlled grazing, and technology-driven livestock management to strengthen Nigeria's livestock sector. Bimaje Moses, Ray Power News.
You're listening to News Desk on Ray Power 100.5 FM. In the news, President Tinubu orders crackdown after Plateau Kaduna attacks. NIDCOM condemns deportation of Nigerians from Mozambique. And still to come, Malian army denies releasing jihadists to secure truce. as Iran hits Kuwaiti oil tanker off Dubai amid rising tensions. Plus business, entertainment, sports, and weather. Please stay with us.
As the news drops, it breaks with us. Join us for news on the hour every hour. News desk at 12 noon, Metro News at 4 p.m. Enjoy infotainment, breaking and sports news at their best 24/7.
This is Ray Power FM News.
Thanks for staying with us. And on the African scene, the Malian army has denied reports that it released about 200 suspected jihadists in mid-March in exchange for a ceasefire aimed at halting attacks on fuel convoys. The military insists that no such deal was made, despite earlier claims from security and political sources suggesting that more than 100 and later up to 200 detainees had been freed. According to those reports, the alleged arrangement included a temporary truce expected to last until the Muslim festival of Eid al-Adha, also known as Tabaski, scheduled for the end of May. The controversy comes amid ongoing attacks by the group for the support of an al-Qaeda-linked group which has been targeting fuel tanker convoys across the country. And still on the foreign scene, Iran has reportedly attacked and set ablaze a fully loaded crude oil tanker off Dubai early this morning, escalating tensions in the Gulf region. The incident comes after U.S. President Donald Trump warned that the United States could target Iran's energy infrastructure if it fails to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. The Kuwait-flagged tanker, identified as Al Salmi, was hit in what is being described as the latest in a series of attacks on commercial vessels using missiles and explosive drones across the Gulf.
And now, a business update from Ray Power 100 FM.
The Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Ekperikpe Ekpo, has called for stronger regional collaboration among African nations. Speaking at the Ministerial Roundtable on Regional Gas Development and Cooperation in Africa, held in Abuja with participation from the World Bank, Ekpo said regional partnerships will unlock the continent's vast natural gas potential and address persistent energy deficits. He stressed that Africa's energy future hinges not on the abundance of its resources, but on collective action and coordinated strategies as Nigeria pushes for an integrated gas market and cross-border projects at the Abuja Roundtable.
This is entertainment news on Ray Power 100.5 FM.
Nollywood actress Lillian Akfebai has criticized the organizers of the African Magic Viewers' Choice Awards, AMVCA, for snubbing her in its 2026 nominations. The organizers recently unveiled the nominees for the 12th edition of the AMVCA, with Akfebai's co-star in the series To Kill a Monkey, Bimbo Akintola, earning a nomination for Best Lead Actress. Reacting, Akfebai slammed the organizers for snubbing her, arguing that her character, Idia, was the most trending character in the hit series. She, however, said she doesn't care much about validations, adding that the organizers can, in quote, eat their award.
Ray Power Sport.
The Nigeria Premier Football League has suspended Bendel Insurance head coach Kennedy Boboye for 17 matches over gross misconduct. Boboye was also fined 2 million naira after the league found him guilty of improper conduct towards a match official. The incident occurred during Bendel Insurance's 2-2 draw with Plateau United last weekend. According to the NPFL, the coach's actions violated principles of fair play and discipline, prompting the heavy sanctions.
Ray Power weather.
Across Nigeria today, expect sunny to partly cloudy conditions in the north, with hot temperatures above 35 degrees Celsius. The central region may also see isolated thunder, while the south will have cloudy skies with a chance of rain showers later in the day. You've been listening to the news desk on Ray Power 100.5 FM. To end the news, here is our last line. In the words of Thomas Jefferson, a founding father and the third president of the United States, Never put off until tomorrow what you can do today. And that's it for the news desk. I am Idimachi Ikechukwu. You can now watch us online and also subscribe to our YouTube channel at Raypa 100.5 FM Abuja. News on the hour comes up at 1 p.m. Good afternoon.